Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special investing report brought to you in association with the BNZ, where we have news today that Strategic Finance has been put into receivership. It owes 13,000 investors $417 million. This is the second biggest receivership in the finance company sector since Bridgecorp went under in mid-2007, owing just over $450 million. This is obviously a disaster for those investors in strategic finance who had hoped that the moratorium they voted on in December 2008 would help them get back 100% of their money. But since then, things have deteriorated significantly for strategic finance. It was involved in financing the Soho Square development in Ponsonby Road, the Sentinel Tower project in Takapuna, and also the Fiji Hilton project and many other property development projects. But of course, since the global financial crisis, many of those projects have failed to get financing and many people have stopped buying apartments and that sort of thing. And the value of the loans that Strategic Finance had made had fallen by $220 million. And on January the 7th, it defaulted on its first planned payment under that 5-year moratorium. That meant Perpetual Trust, the trustee for investors' funds in strategic finance, had the right then and there to put it into receivership. But instead, it tried to do a deal to sell strategic finance to another finance company or to merge it with a finance company, to do a deal similar to the one done where Allied Farmers bought the loan book of Hanover Finance. Well, they've tried to do that deal and couldn't find anything that worked. I understand that one of the deals was a potential combination of South Canterbury Finance and Strategic Finance, but obviously Perpetual Trust has decided not to go ahead with that deal. PricewaterhouseCoopers have been appointed the receivers, and you can find more details on our story about who to contact there. There's a phone number and a website to go for. This brings the total amount locked up in finance companies that are in receivership, moratorium, have been liquidated or just plain collapsed, to $6.2 billion. There are now 48 finance companies that have failed since May 2006. And this is, of course, a disaster for potentially more than 150,000 investors in New Zealand. And this is another milestone in what has been a disastrous period for the New Zealand finance company sector. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special investing report brought to you in association with the BNZ.